hear this, you are not alone. This is the resistance.
NWO New World Order, that's the corporations, and they like to make everybody else think that, oh, it's the Illuminati, so go chase these ghosts and fight these ghosts, instead of Kmart and McDonald's and Walmart and everybody else under the sun that's actually controlling it. Insurance companies, you know, it's corporate.
Yeah, it's the 15 richest families who own major stocks in all these companies who call themselves Illuminati, and they're just a fucking group of fuckheads who hijacked the original idea and corrupted it for their own purposes. I mean, if I remember correctly, historically, the original Illuminati was similar to what we consider today to be an activist community. They were against corruption and all that kind of shit. Am I correct?
There were about, to me, it was your path of knowledge and schooling of common sense and nature's law.
Yeah.
You know, decency and how to be a civilized human being, how to communicate and have understanding. You know, that's what it was.
Well, our trolls obviously don't apply those principles in their lives, or at least in their online activity. I swear to God, it's like dealing with children.
Makes me stronger, and they're not killing me. You know, I'm not really worried about the trolls. One day they're going to realize, you know, they might not be now. And it's like when I first started this, everybody in my face told me I was crazy and stupid. And, you know, now it is, you know, 10, 15 years later, and everybody's like, well, I think you might be right about some of that stuff, you know. They harassed me to begin with, but 10, 15 years later, it'll come to them. They'll realize, they'll wake up, and then hopefully they'll be more driven in order to, you know, share the same knowledge that we have. But they're just ignorant right now. You know, their perspective is off. They are brainwashed by the system in order to believe, you know, this is how the world is, and you need to obey and take the directions of this government's leadership and, you know, fight for them and give your life for them and their way of saying. And they just need to realize that they're being manipulated. Once they realize they're being manipulated, I think they're going to put their attacking on people like you and I and everybody else that will be watching this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we got a few trolls who fit that category, but I think in a lot of trolls and what's going on here, you know, especially with YouTube hiring the 200 trolls to, quote, govern policies, I think I've got it figured out. The New World Order agenda has already lost the war. People are waking up. They're losing. It's just pretty much done. And they know this. And I think this is a desperate attempt, you know, having these trolls come out, sending all these trolls and whatnot. I think it's an act of desperation, to be perfectly honest with you, because they can't kill us, they can't assassinate us, they can't arrest us, because people like us are already in the public eye. We've got thousands and thousands of people looking at us. If something happens, then the people are going to know what's up, and
right, and the last thing they want to do is martyrize us.
Yeah, they don't want to prove us right either. So the only thing they can do is try to get. Yeah,
when they attack me, they're showing their hands. When they flew helicopters over my house after I said and released something, they showed their hands. When I typed in something in Google search and just searched it on a different thing, completely separate, and all of a sudden I get pulled over, they showed their hands. Right then I knew they were watching. I knew they were following. You know, they show their hands. When these trolls are attacking, they're showing their hands.
Yeah, it's just attacks of desperation is what it is. And I find it really funny, especially our little troll Mark or Andrew or whatever the hell he decides to go by nowadays. He's probably changed his name again today.
I'm going to start calling him Daisy.
Yeah, let's just call him Daisy. Well,
yeah.
You notice Daisy, he couldn't even dox my real information. My real name, Connor's real name, were both online for him to see, and he kept assuming we were other people. He tried to dox me and got a fucking senior community. And he even professes to have taken down all these groups like LulzSec and whatnot. LulzSec was 4 guys. They're doing a max of 32 months in jail. And that was because the fucking feds came down on them because one of them was stupid enough to make an insinuated threat.
Yeah.
You know, Daisy didn't have any...
crossing over the line. I just lean over the line.
Yeah.
I don't actually cross it.
Yeah. Well, I did get some information this morning, though. You're not the only one that he's been having contacted by people.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He contacted my Sifu.
Say again, I'm sorry?
He contacted my Sifu, which is Chinese for teacher.
Oh.
Yeah, I used to study martial arts at a school in the next town over. And back before I even opened the activism channel, I had my Black Wasp Entertainment channel, and one of the videos that was featured on there was a summer block party that the school was doing demonstrates at. And I had posted it online, and apparently Daisy saw it and contacted the Sifu of that school and told him that I was a terrorist and all this other shit. And I fucking wrote him back this morning. I told Sifu exactly what's going on with Daisy and all this other shit. And frankly, Daisy fucked up real bad on that one, because not only do we have him for slander and defamation of character, which all of which is documented with the email notifications and the screenshots and all that shit, but he contacted my Sifu, which presumably he didn't do from a blocked number, so that could easily be traced. And even if it's not, it can still be fucking traced if we got the fucking authorities involved in it. They could fucking contact the phone companies and trace it back.
Well,
Easy as pie.
The analog boss and found out a few things, and I guess as soon as it's going public, I'll just give one little hint about what some of the information that I know about the whole thing, and it's New Jersey. So there you go, Daisy, New Jersey.
That's funny. Yeah, I told Sifu if he's got copies of this person contacting him, I don't know whether Sifu talked to this guy directly or whether it was just voicemail. He said that this person called a few times, and so I'm assuming there was probably some voicemails there. I'm hoping Sifu still has copies of those voicemails and has caller ID to where I can take all that and forward it to the authorities as well. Because I explained to Sifu what's going on with this guy. And Sifu's good friends with a mutual buddy of mine who actually ran for the city council. So this motherfucker Daisy is trying to insinuate that I'm a terrorist and all that shit. You know what? Somebody who's running for city council isn't going to associate with a terrorist. Okay, it's just not going to happen. And I told him, I'm like, talk to our friend. He'll tell you the kind of person I am, and you know him. He's not gonna be the kind of person who's gonna associate himself with terrorists. So go and talk to him if you want to reaffirm what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
So that was just insane. That, I'll admit, that kind of pissed me off, but I'm not gonna fucking feed the troll. I'm not gonna do it. He's not worth it. I'm not going to empower him. That's why I don't reply to his emails. That's why I don't fucking hinder to his requests in providing proof on this, that, or the other. The way I see it, one, I'm not going to feed the fucking trolls. And two, if you want to prove or disprove a fucking claim, like the fucking his New Mexico claim, he wants me to fucking prove that what is posted on DeviantArt is the actual conversation. The way I see it, why should I have to prove that it is? Why don't you prove that it isn't? You want to make an allegation? Fucking show me something to back it up. Prove that what is posted isn't what was actually said in the conversation. Otherwise, you can go fuck yourself.
Right.
It's just funny, stupid shit. They ain't got nothing. I've got screenshots of that conversation. You know, it was easy enough to pull it up on Skype, but I'm not going to fucking post it online, because then that's me acknowledging that troll. Not only am I feeding the troll, but I am actually acknowledging his quote authority. And being that he has no authority over me, I say, fuck off.
And if you do take any moment to combat the troll in any form or fashion, all you're doing is falling in their hands and wasting some of your valuable time.
Exactly.
With them instead of other stuff that you're focused on.
Exactly. And you know me, I bust my ass. I'm making these videos. I'm doing your videos. I'm posting Connor's videos. I'm running the new TWWRN Anonymous Exodus channel. You know, I'm busy fucking bee.